Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to NumPy playlist. So guys, till now we have seen introduction and very basics of our NumPy. Then in last tutorial we have seen about indexing and slicing and some mathematical operations, addition of matrices, multiplication of matrices. So in this tutorial, in this video we'll be talking about reshaping. So this is one of the most important functions present inside my NumPy, which we'll be using a lot, I would say, in our entire data science course. Now let's see how this will work. So we all know what this function does. np.arange 9. It will, okay, let me just create one cell and let me paste this. One second. Okay, so we know like np.arange 9 will give me a data from 0 to 8. So it contains 9 data from 0 to 8, right? It contains total of 9 data elements inside my array. We are reshaping this 9 elements. Okay, let me remove this. We are reshaping this 9 elements into 9 cross 1, means 9 rows and 1 column. So this is how we can reshape our data into any kind of, any dimension, any kind of format we want. Not any, I'll tell you how. So you can see it is converting into 9 rows and 1 column. Similarly we can do for 1 row and 9 column. So this is 1 row and 9 columns. We can convert like this as well. For 9 total there are 9, so it can be multiple of that only, like 3 cross 3. We can convert into 3 cross 3 also, right? We can convert into 3D dimension, 3 cross 3 cross 1. We can convert like this also. So what it is giving me, 3 times 3 cross 1 matrix. Okay, 3 rows 1 columns, and that is multiplied by 3. So this is my 3D 3 dimension matrix. So we can convert into anything, but if I'm trying to do 3 cross 2, that is not possible, right? You cannot convert 9 datas into 3 cross 2 matrix. The multiplication over here inside my parenthesis should be equal to my this number of data elements present inside my array. Okay, so 3 into 2 is 6. We cannot use this. 3 into 3 is 9. Yes, this can be reshaped. Simple. Okay, so now moving on, I think this is it for reshape, and this will be useful in many things in our future videos. So just remember this function, particular this function only. Okay, now coming on, we have this one more function diag, that is diagonal. And what I've done over here is I have took three list, I mean a 2D dimension, 3 list 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Then I'm passing this under diag function. What it is doing, it is giving me output 1 5 9. Let's see how this is working. So we have 1 2 3, we have 4 5 6, we have 7 8 9. We know what diagonal is, right? So this is giving me diagonal values 1 5 9. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to explain. Now moving on, let's come to this input n30 n.diag. Similarly the same function over here, you will be able to find I'm using k equal to 1. So by default, if nothing is given, k equal to 0, k is nothing but my this index. Okay, 0th index. So k is my 0 by default. Now it is giving me k equal to 1. So what it is trying to give me, let's check it out. Okay, so this is trying to mask my these elements, the one that I'm highlighting right now. It is masking this row and column. Okay, and it is starting from my first index. This is what my k equal to 1 mean. Now it is giving me, now the data element left is 2 3 5 6. Now it is doing a diagonal for the left out data, that is 2 and 6. This is what my output is, 2 6. So it is masking my 0th index data, and it is starting from my first index, that is k equal to 1, and it is doing a diagonal output. Okay, similarly k equal to 2, it will mask this also, this thing, and it will only give me 3. So this is what my this output is. Okay, so now moving on, we have seen what diagonal is, we have seen what diagonal, what k means inside our diagonal, and there is one more thing, k equal to -1. So okay, let me explain this also. I think I forgot to explain. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 8 9. So k equal to -1. Okay, now you'll be able to find in k equal to -1. So we know how indexing will work. 0 1 2 in this side, -1 -2 -3 in this side. So for -1 it will mask all these data from here. Okay, and the remaining is 4 5 7 8. So it will do a diagonal of that and it will give me 4 8. Okay, so we know how k in negative number will work. We know what k equal to 0 by default will do. We know what k equal to 1, k equal to 2, and so on and so forth will do. Then we have one more function over here called as diag flat. So as the name suggests, it will flatten everything. Flatten as in it will make my data set, like for example in this example we have two list 1 2 and 3 4. So it is going to combine everything into my diagonal. So 1 2 3 4 becomes my diagonal, and all the data elements apart from this becomes my 0. So this is, I don't think like we are going to use this ever, but still I'm just giving you an idea what it does. Similarly we have this triangular. Okay, so let's see what this does. So we have 3 5 0. What it is doing is it is creating 3 5 kind of array dimension, 3 rows and 5 columns. You'll be able to find it over here. Then 0 means from 0th index. Okay, let me show it to you. So it is giving me 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 0. So this is 3 cross 5. This is what 3 5 means. Then 0 means this point, 0th index. It is creating a triangle for us. This is what triangular tri function means. From 0th index it will create triangle, and inside my triangle whatever the data is, it will convert all these data into one. Other data will be my 0. So this is what it means. Then we have tri L, means lower triangular. Now let's see how this will work. I think it's obvious now. You will be able to guess how this will work for us. So this is our array, this is the data. Now it's saying tri L means lower triangle. So if nothing is given, it will consider the first, I mean 0th index, whatever the data is in my 0th index. From this it will create my triangle for me, and it will store my data inside my triangle. The rest all data it will give me 0. So you'll be able to find over here all these three data 2 3 6 becomes 0, and the lower triangular that it is creating, it is only giving me that data, and vice versa for my triu. So you'll be able to find there is this triu function, one second, as well. So the upper part will get all the data, and the lower part will give the output as 0. So this is what upper triangular means. So this is it guys for today's video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Next class we'll start with random function. I think this is the end of NumPy. The next class will be the last class probably. So thank you so much guys for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, stay fit. Bye bye.